Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome back. Had some paperwork and computer stuff I was working on this morning. I got an email on Friday or Saturday from the people that did that interview with me, we'll call it, back in the fall when we were down to Berkey. You guys remember that, where I was being followed around with a film crew there for a day? They emailed me some of what they had put together, needed me to go through it, so I was working on that this morning, a few other little things. But time to wash this again. We're gonna get our foam cannon out here, and we gotta find some rags and some towels. We're gonna scrub this thing down, make it shine today. All right, I've got our foam cannon filled up. I've been using this, set that down. It's this Honeydew Snow Foam from the chemical guys. I've had this for a while. I've shown you guys this before, but somebody's gonna ask. So that's what this is. You put a little bit in there, fill it up with water, and it's quite foamy. It's pretty cool stuff. I don't know how good it is as far as melting dirt off, but it's fun. Okay, we're all set up there. It plugs into the end of our power washer. We can get the turned on here. And we're just gonna do part of it, maybe like one side at a time or something like that. Ready? Go. Oh, we gotta adjust. There we go. It's cold outside while we're doing it inside. Much nicer to work in the warm, heated shop. All right. Well, we're going to do that for right now. I'm going to get the stairs and a rag, and we're going to rub it down. There. Rubbed it down with the rag. Now we're going to spray it off. And I'm just going to use the hose because it's easier than switching the power washer back and forth. Well, we'll see what it looks like when it dries. I am going to towel dry stuff probably, but it's just going to keep getting splattered and wet when I'm going around the other side of the combine in the back here and stuff, so we're not going to do that until the end. But that looks pretty good, I think. Everything always looks good when it's wet. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, well, we've got it all foamed and rubbed down and foamed or cleaned off. Looks pretty decent. I'm going to take a towel, get the heavy water off, and then we're going to let her sit for a while and dry off before we shine it. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm happy. Okay, now we got to let it dry. You know what else we got to do this morning? We gotta go take pictures of an anhydrous bar we gotta sell. So we're gonna find a coat and go do that. I think I've got some old pictures from in the farm and stuff with it all unfolded, so we don't have to worry about doing that. We'll just take somewhere it sets and see what we can do. Well, there it is. Anybody wants a, I believe it's a 2009 Dalton 15 shank anhydrous applicator. It's a 35H model, and we've used it 11 years now. Well, since 2009, however long that is, and it's been a pretty good bar, but it's definitely had its issues. We've fixed stuff. This wing here fell off. The welds on this broke on me this spring, but we got it fixed up. Had a welding guy that runs a welding business come in and cut off the bad stuff, weld new hinges on there, so those are in pretty darn good shape now. And we've done a little welding on you know, some of the frame and put some braces and stuff on. So it is in pretty good shape. There's a little wear in some of the coulters and the pivots here. Yeah, we haven't gone through it to get it ready for next spring yet, but it is cleaned up, and just we like to go through and grease some stuff, take stuff apart and clean it up a little bit better. And some of these pivots here, they get dirt in there, but this one moves. They've got a little wear. So anyway, if you're interested, send me an email. I'm gonna get some pictures here so we can get it listed online. So what's it worth? I don't know. I'm thinking 15? That might be a little too much. I don't know, somewhere in that ballpark. A new shank style bar, that style, it's not the same company, but the one that we would buy locally here, with the same kind of rate controller and setup and everything there, probably going to run you 55, 60,000. So I don't think 15's too far out of line. I know that one's not in fantastic shape, but it's had some updates done to it. Some of the closing wheels have been replaced with a better upgraded style. Blades are in good shape, and so yeah, I don't know, somewhere in there. Somebody make me an offer. All right, back to this for a minute. I'm gonna have Brock do some polishing. I'm gonna go eat lunch here, but the combine has dried off enough that we're ready for wax. We got a couple of different things over here on the bench that we're gonna try or use, and yeah, I don't know. So we've got the standby, the old turtle wax. We've got this Meguiar's cleaner wax. That's pretty good stuff. Then we've got the cheat, the quick detail foam spray on wax, but it's got the NASCAR logo on it, so that means it's got to be good, right? I don't know. We'll see. Probably going to end up using this one. I've also got a little bit of tar on this. If you guys watched these videos last year, you'll know we get tar all over our equipment from our fantastic roads that we have around here. Combine's not too bad, but there are some little spots like that I've got some bug and tar remover over here. So we've got 3 different things we can try. I bought this one to see if it's any better than these ones are. But between them, I'm going to be able to get the tar off of it. And also, we can get the cab cleaned out. So Brock is removing the 2630 monitor that's up there, because we're done with that. That will need to go in the tractors for the spring. Yeah, then we can get all the rest of the stuff out of the cab and get that cleaned up. So get him set up, and I'm going to go eat lunch, and I'll come back and help him. Waxing. We'll make a shine today. Okay, we've got to let this dry for a little bit. It won't take too terribly long, but Brock's gonna shop back the cab out, start working on that. I've got to take care of some stuff. It's getting there. It's getting close to dry. I think we're gonna do a test. We're gonna take the old turtle wax and go on the other side of the combine, and we're gonna do that over there. We'll apply this, and by the time we get that done, the other side over there should be dry enough that we can wipe it off. Oh, that's a lot of wax. We got it. Both sides done. Still gotta do the back, a little bit on the front, and the hard part, you know, getting it all off. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, it's going to take a minute here. What do we think? Honestly, I'm a little, it's not great. See, look. Yeah. Just got a little streaky on it. It's from when we get too close to the trees and stuff, and then the branches scrape across it and it kind of scratch it, and you can still see all those lines on there. But if you don't look at it where the light's shining off of it exactly that way, and you look straight on, it's pretty nice. We'll see how the other side does with that turtle wax. Wow. She looks good. There's some dirt right there. No, it's all right. Yep, cool. And we did get the turtle wax off this side. Actually, I think the other side looks better. It's not bad, but this stuff is kind of a pain. I think it's personally, I think it's because it's the liquid version of the turtle wax instead of the paste. I like the paste better, but it's all right. What do you think? How'd we do? She's pretty shiny. Yep. Looks good. All right. What else do we got to do? I'm sure there's something. Okay, he's washing windows. You guys remember when we were cleaning up the corn head a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, or whenever that was, and we found a couple of our grinders that don't work? We're gonna figure out why. We get to play electrician again. Take these apart and see if we can figure out if it's a switch or brushes or what. It sounds like a switch to me because it's not getting any power. It's not even trying. So we got two of them. Both happen to be yellow. I don't know what that means, but let's see what we can figure out. This one's even got a date on it. 10/7 of 13. Which makes it 7 years old. What am I missing? Oh, there's another one. Hold on. Okay, put that on hold. We got a truck driver down there with some seed corn we got to go unload. I'm not sure how much we're getting here, but it's something. That's a good thing. If only I could get some of my beans delivered. I got an email from our bean dispatcher about 2 weeks ago saying she had like half of my beans ready to ship. And I'm ready for them because I get a premium for taking beans early. So send them, but haven't seen them yet. All right, 9 boxes and 2 pallets here. And a stack of cardboard. I think that the plants just want to get rid of the cardboard, so they throw it on top of all the pallets. That's my theory. Correction, 3 pallets. There was another one that I was missing. All right, well, we've got a pile of corn sitting here now. Cool. All right, back to this. I got this cover off. Let's see if we can figure out what the problem is here. Some of our wiring looks to be in pretty rough shape, folks. Some insulation stripped back on those, or burnt, or something. It's a little dirty. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do some digging here. I think the switch is bad. Yeah. Doing a little testing with the voltage tester. And I have voltage where I shouldn't have voltage, and I get 0 voltage when I should have voltage. So either I don't know what I'm doing, which is a distinct possibility, or that switch, no good. We'll set that one off to the side and try this one here. And look, this one was made on 22/47 of 2014, whatever that means. It's a little different in how it comes apart. They are a different model number, although they're the same thing, basically. But this one doesn't have screws here. It had one in the end where this one had the screws through the side of it. But I took that one out of the end and it still won't slide off. So we're going to try and pull this end out and then see what we can figure out. Well, I got it apart. Nothing on this looks too terribly worn. It's got a little rough. That's just probably in the gearbox. And this, I don't see anything visually bad, although it's got a distinct burnt smell. Whether that's because it's a grinder and you're grinding with it and it's that, or something's burnt in the electronics here. I'm not sure yet. Still figuring that out. Okay, I have found the problem. The problem has nothing to do with the grinders. Sorry, DeWalt, I was upset. Not your fault. Well, maybe not your fault. The problem is your junk power cords. There's no continuity between the positive, the small pin, and the black wire. Like, apparently this plug here has gone bad. On both of them, because it's the same problem. Literally on both of them. Now, I may have switched this cord at one point in the past. So it says Milwaukee. But it's still a continuity issue, and I don't understand why. But let's see if we got an old junk extension cord laying around here that I can put an end on, or cut this end on and put a new one on. Something. Maybe I can fix these yet. Also, check it out. Our parts drop site there has magically turned up some parts that we need for the combine. We got, we got another can of paint hardener for the next time that we paint, since I used all of ours up. We got some electrical contact cleaner, and as a couple of you have asked about, give me those 2 long bolts out of there, Brock. That clamp that we found that was missing some bolts on that one hydraulic line, well, there's the bolts. And the reason I hadn't just put bolts in and replaced it yet was because I was missing half of the clamp that goes on it as well. So I got that, and we got those little washers and snap rings that go on the corn head. So we'll take those down to Berkey and put them on the corn head at some point in the next, well, 8 months probably. But yeah. Oh, and some black paint. We needed a can of black. All right, belts. Yeah, so yeah, let me show you. So when I was looking some stuff over here the other day, I noticed this on our chopper drive belts. And I thought, oh, that's not good. So I asked Dad about it. He said, are they original? I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're original. He said, you might as well replace them. So we are going to replace those two belts, both of them on the chopper. This one's got a little bit of that fraying starting in a few different spots. So we're just going to go ahead and replace them because, yeah, it's time. So I think they aren't going to be as difficult as you would think. You know, it looks like you got to take a whole bunch of stuff off up here to get to them, but they actually will come off around the back here. So we just need to loosen them up. That's these tensioners, and I think it'll be easier to do with the chopper up because it kind of loosens them up on its own. New cord. See if this works. Excellent. See, it just takes a little figuring sometimes. I still don't know why that plug went bad, but that fixed it. Put it back together. All right, I got this one put back together. We'll see, make sure it still works. I only found one old cut-off power cord in our parts bin, so whatever, but we'll see if it still works here. Hold it tight, because one hand here, but... All right, cool. I fixed the grinder. That one there, I'm pretty sure I could do the same thing if I can find another cord or an end. Maybe we've got an end in the drawer. Oh, look. Oh, look. That might work. Well, I cut the end off of this cord, and I was testing continuity from the end that I cut off to the grinder, and I've got it on the white wire, but not the black. So the wire must actually be broken in the cord somewhere, but I don't see any pinches or kinks or any reason that it would be broken. Weird. I have isolated the wire break to being in this little section of wire. When I took this one off of the switch there, it's got these nice little eyelets on there. I really hated to waste this whole cord, so I decided I would cut it off piece by piece until I found it, and it was in the first piece that I cut off. There's no continuity in that in the black wire, but I've got it on this long piece. So we're going to put the new end on that, put this back together, and it should work. New end installed. Let's try this one. How about that? What are the chances that two electric cords would go bad? Well, easy fixes. One, we had one in the parts bin that was perfect for it, and the other one cost me $3.39 sometime. Who knows how long that's been in the parts bin or in the drawer. So we're good. We got two new grinders. What did I save there? 80 bucks? How much are them things? Just looked it up. Them things are 90 bucks at Lowe's. We're pretty close to it, at least that one model that I found. I don't know if they're exactly the same or not, but anyway, we did good. That means we saved $180 there. How we doing, Brock?
It's coming.
Okay, well, we got some springs loosened way up. Found some more dirt, and we're getting some belts. All right. So there's another one in there that kind of drives this. That one's got to come off too. And then yeah, we got to get them out from between these. Yeah, between there. Okay, we got them out. And we found more dirt, of course. But yeah, that wasn't too terrible. So we'll see if we can't get the new ones back in there and pick the dirt out while we're at it. I tell you, it just never ends. Oh, look, more. So just looking this one over here real quick, a few things that jump out to me. One, we've got a hole there where they're starting to separate, And where did I see it? Somewhere there was a cut. A spot where it was split. Not finding it right now. But yeah, it's time. It's time to replace them. Same thing on this other one, along with this fraying, which I'm pretty sure would cause a vibration if that was running around the pulley all the time. So yeah, they're not in terrible shape. They probably would still run, but given that they're original and we've never replaced them, we thought we just might as well do it. So real quick before we put this back together, I'll kind of explain how it works and why there are two belts. You can see they're both driven off of this shaft here. There's these two belts here that basically they drive off that shaft as well, and they're driving the discharge beater, which is that thing up in there. And they're driven by this belt, which is coming right off of the main engine gear case there. But there are two of them for a speed change. And so it used to be you would change the pulleys. You'd have two sets of pulleys, and then you would move the belt back and forth based on which one speed that you wanted. And so we've kind of got the similar setup here where we've got a large pulley and a small pulley up here on the driven end of the belts. And then they correspond to a small one and a big one on the the driver end, and then this is the driven end. And these spin independently of each other. And then as you can see here, there's a little lever that shifts it. So right now, we've got it set on the slow speed, smaller drive pulley, bigger driven pulley. And you can hear when I turn that, it's turning the straw chopper in there. But if I can get that one to stay and I just turn the outside one, it's not spinning. So this is just spinning free. Now if I pull this out like that, now all of a sudden the outer one is spinning the chopper. The inside one spins free. So they're both spinning all the time, but only one of them is actually engaged and driving the straw chopper in there, which is quite loud. So, and this would be considered the high speed for what we use for beans and wheat when we're not windrowing it, and then we use the slow speed for corn. Just like that. Two new belts are in place. Pretty sure that's right. Maybe I better double check the book. Oh yeah, that's good, because this one will pivot up out of the way, and then it will be out of the way of that. I was seeing it hit there and thought, oh, that doesn't look right, but it is. So he's getting the tensioner back on that double belt going forward to the discharge beater, and we'll get everything tightened back up, and that one's good. While we're working over here, and the side shield is opened up, right up there is where that clamp was missing, so I'm going to get that and put that on. She does look pretty good. Pretty dang good. Nice and shiny. We got those belts put back on, and so that is done. I think tomorrow we are going to bring all the shields up from the back of the shop and get them cleaned up. They need power washed and then put back on the combine. And that means throwing all the sieves and the guts inside of it as well. So, yeah. I think that's planned for tomorrow. And we should be able to get it out of here, or at least very close to getting it out of here. So that probably won't be tomorrow, but maybe by Wednesday or Thursday. And we can get a tractor in here or something by the end of the week. It's supposed to be fairly warm the end of the week, so it'll be a little nicer for power washing, so I might try and clean one or two of the tractors up Thursday and Friday. But we'll see. It'll be a good deal to get this done, put away. So anyway, I'm going home. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching, and hit that like and subscribe buttons for me, please. If you have any questions and comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you tomorrow.